to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching. I'm Andreas. I want to do a little bit of a mission statement. Two main points I want to address. It sounds like people want me to produce episodes just like a show and to explain who I am. So, without further ado, I am Andreas. I am at Exertus. Exertus means the beginning at the end, and it's a very Latin pun with Sanskrit and Indo-Aryan undertones about the alpha and omega point in cosmogenesis that I made up in 5th grade in Latin class when I probably should have been studying more. Can't speak fluent Latin. Okay, so my name is Andreas. This is not my portrait, by the way. This is. But this is what I look like. And Santiago Labs that works in nanotechnology. I study nanostructures and orbital relations in the pursuit of creating better bonds with expertise in stoichiometrics. And my main conspiracy theory, interaction defines the structure of our relationship more than the parts themselves. And it's a repeatable model and infinitely scalable like a vector plane. But I've also been around and traveled the world, visited some sacred spaces and walked across continents. Across Bolivia and Paraguay, and France and Spain on the Camino de Santiago de Compostela, where there's stone domes and arches every 55 feet, where there's a gold-painted cathedral every 500 meters, and Indonesian pagodas every kilometer or so. But after finishing my trek across medieval European cities to the end of the earth past Santiago, my mind and eyes wandered to the next Santiago of South America. And so I wandered across, seeing some pretty interesting places, including Germanic Paraguay, the Tartarian trains of Bolivia, the Argentinian Roswell, and briefly touring in an international pop boy band. Okay, just kidding, but that was pretty funny. I lived in South America for over a year. I'm also pretty sure that Nintendo should pay me some money for coming up with Machu Picchu and Pokemon Go. But that's another story. And as luck would have it, I did study film and work in Hollywood, in production as well as social media. Pretty decent jobs too, including the Dr. Drew Show on CNN. Although I'm not sure that CNN gives me so much credibility. Please don't hold that against me. And so that might explain why I wanted to jump on this all of a sudden while I'm in the spotlight, because you can't afford to wait 15 minutes in this world, you know what I'm saying? For those who feel like I'm moving too fast. Then again, what am I supposed to do? Just wait a long time? Anyway, when I was in school, they made us buy a bunch of books, and they were too expensive. 8 recent edition textbooks and they had to be recent editions, and I figured out it was a sort of racket for McGraw-Hill. And I have a sort of interest in free software and GNU, the general public license. And I followed some projects based on not just the software, but also the philosophy. And one of them is open educational resources. And the basic concept is it's an alternative license that allows for redistribution and sharing, adapting, repurposing, and improving, and then sharing and use again, and then to be used by anyone. And it's a continual cycle of sharing, using, improving, and redistributing that make it possible for educational projects like these to take off. Also to develop credibility for the material, the scholars, and the students as well. So that's my basic plan. And looking at some sort of episodic structure, it seems that everyone wants the same thing, that the episode should be clear, structured, scheduled, segmented, and available. And so of course I'm also sharing my approach. Hopefully this helps you with your channels. My concept for standardization is formatted schedule and a show that is clip driven with rehearsed sound bites and moments for planned improvisation. So in Dr. Drew and some of the shows, there is a concept of the A through G slots. And this might be a possible layout to consider for a structure. And the structure is 7 segments with an introductory and an exiting crawl in between, supporting 5 segments made of 2 news, 2 updates, and a cliffhanger. Also, editing for clarity, I will be doing my best to put together some sort of a routine and system. And that gets me on to why I asked for donations. It's so I can get resources, archive them, share them, and distribute them. I literally just have a laptop with a microphone built into it, and it's driving me crazy. And I'm constantly deleting these videos as soon as I'm done with them so I can make the next one for you guys. I'm also hiding and driving around and finding places at 3 o'clock in the morning away from traffic and fans in order to make sure that I can get these videos out, because the microphones I have built into this laptop are not quality. I've been piggybacking my work server in order to back up the YouTube videos and to make the site, but that's why. So that pretty much sums it up, and I hope that I've cleared things up for you. And at any point you felt like this made you feel skeptical of me, walk away now. Thank you very much. Take care, guys. God bless. You can and you do want to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.